Let me paint you a picture. It's a Tuesday night. You're sitting at your kitchen table, phone in hand, staring at your bank account. You've been working for 3, maybe 4 years now. You're not blowing money on crazy stuff. You're not going on lavish vacations. You pack your lunch most days. You even said no to that concert your friends invited you to last month. And yet, your savings account says $4,200. $4,200. You do the math in your head. If I can barely save this much in 4 years, how on earth am I ever going to save $50,000? And if I can't even save $50,000, what does my retirement look like? What does my life look like? And here's the worst part. You go on Instagram and someone your age is talking about their investment portfolio, someone your age just bought a house, and you're sitting there thinking, what am I doing wrong? Here's what I want to tell you right now before anything else. You're not doing everything wrong, but there is something about money that nobody explained to you. A mathematical reality that completely changes how wealth actually gets built. And once you understand it, I promise, everything starts to click. My name is Parth, and I spend way too much time thinking about why your first $50,000 builds wealth 3 times faster than you think. If you're someone who feels like you're working hard, doing the right things, but still not making real financial progress, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. All right, let's get into it. Section 1. The problem with how we think about saving. Here's the thing. Most people think about saving money in a completely linear way. Save $10,000. Then save another $10,000. Then another. It's just addition, right? One brick at a time, $1 at a time. And because they think about it linearly, it feels slow, it feels painful. And most people quietly give up somewhere around $8,000 to $12,000. Right when it starts to matter. But wealth doesn't build linearly. Wealth builds exponentially, and the difference between those two words is literally the difference between being broke at 60 and being financially free. Let me explain with a simple example. You have $1,000 invested. At an average 10% annual return, which is roughly the historical average of the S&P 500, you make $100 that year. Okay, cool. $100. Now you have $10,000 invested. Same 10% return. You make $1,000 that year. That's 10 times more money, and you didn't do anything differently. Now you have $50,000 invested. Same 10% return, you make $5,000 that year, just sitting there. While you sleep, while you're at work, while you're arguing with someone in a Walmart parking lot, $5,000, without working a single extra hour. This is what people mean when they talk about compound interest. But here's where it gets really interesting, and where most financial content completely skips over the most important part. Section 2. Why $50,000 is the actual turning point. Look, there's nothing magically special about the number $50,000 specifically, but here's why that milestone matters more than any other early number in your wealth journey. At $50,000 invested, your money starts doing a significant portion of the work for you. Let's run the numbers. If you have $50,000 invested in a broad index fund returning 10% annually, you're generating roughly $5,000 per year in returns. That's $416 per month just from your money existing and doing nothing. Now think about how hard you had to work to save your first $1,000. Maybe it took you 2 or 3 months of cutting back, of skipping dinners out, of really grinding, and here's $50,000 generating the equivalent of that $1,000 every single month. Automatically. That's not a coincidence. That's the compounding threshold crossing. Once you cross $50,000, your money becomes a real contributor to your own savings rate. Before that, you're basically fighting alone. After that, you have a financial partner, your money, that starts pulling its weight. Now you might be thinking, Parth, $50,000 still sounds like an insane amount of money. I can barely save $500 a month. I hear you, and I'm going to address that. But first, I need to show you why getting to $50,000 actually happens faster than your brain is letting you believe right now. Section 3. The psychological trap that's slowing you down. There's a concept in psychology called the effort plateau. It's the point where people put in consistent effort but see very little visible reward, and it's the exact moment most people quit. Saving money has a brutal effort plateau between $0 and $25,000. In this range, your investments aren't generating enough to feel meaningful. You're saving $300, $500, maybe $700 a month, and when you check your account, it barely looks like it's moving. And your brain, your primitive, emotionally driven brain, starts whispering, "This isn't working, this isn't worth it, go buy something nice. You deserve it." And statistically, most people listen to that whisper. According to a 2023 Federal Reserve report, nearly 37% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense without going into debt. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they never pushed through the effort plateau. The people who become wealthy aren't smarter than you. They're not luckier than you. They just understood, consciously or not, that the first $25,000 to $50,000 is the hardest part. And once you're past it, the math completely changes. Section 4. The 3x acceleration explained. So let me actually break down why I say your first $50,000 builds wealth 3 times faster, because this isn't just a catchy phrase. There's real math behind it. Let's take 2 people. Both save $600 a month. Both earn 10% annually on their investments. Person A starts from zero and never had savings before. They grind, they sacrifice. By month 12, they have around $7,500. By month 24, they're at roughly $16,000. It's moving, but it doesn't feel like it. The journey to $50,000 at this rate takes them about 5.5 years. Person B already has $50,000 saved. They save the same $600 a month, but their $50,000 is already generating $5,000 a year, or about $416 a month in passive returns. Effectively, person B is saving $1,016 a month toward their next milestone, even though they're only putting in $600. Their money is contributing $416 automatically. Over the same 5.5 years, person B doesn't just double what person A builds, they accumulate nearly 3 times the additional wealth because their base is working alongside them the entire time. That's the 3x effect. It's not magic, it's just math that rewards people who push through the early plateau. Section 5. How to actually get to $50,000 faster. Okay, enough theory. Let's talk about what you actually do with this information. Step 1. Stop thinking about $50,000 as one giant goal. Break it into 5 $10,000 checkpoints. Your only job right now is $10,000. Once you hit that, celebrate it. Actually celebrate it because you've just survived the hardest part of the curve. Step 2. Automate before your brain can object. This is where it gets really interesting. The number one reason people don't save isn't income, it's decision fatigue. Every month you have to make the decision to save again, and sometimes life wins. Set up an automatic transfer on the day after your paycheck hits. Not the day of, the day after. Move your savings before your brain even processes the money as available. Studies from behavioral economics, including research from the National Bureau of Economic Research, show that automatic savings programs increase savings rates by up to 81% compared to manual saving. 81%. Just by removing the decision. Step 3. Attack one income leak, not all of them. I see so many people try to overhaul their entire financial life in one weekend. They make a detailed budget. They cut everything. They're going to save $1,500 a month starting Monday. And by Wednesday, they've ordered DoorDash twice and quietly abandoned the plan. Here's what actually works. Find your one biggest financial leak and fix just that. For most Americans, it's one of 3 things: eating out, subscriptions they forgot about, or an oversized car payment. Just one. Fix one, add that money to your automated savings, and let it compound. Step 4. Use the pay yourself first math. If you earn $60,000 a year, be about $5,000 a month before taxes, even saving 15% gets you $750 a month toward savings. At that rate, with a 10% annual return in a broad index fund, you're at $50,000 in approximately 4 years and 8 months. Less than 5 years, from nothing to the compounding threshold. And here's the motivating part. The second $50,000 comes in about 2 years and 9 months. Because now your money is helping, the third $50,000 even faster. This is why wealthy people seem to accumulate wealth so quickly. It's not that they started with more, it's that they got past the plateau first, and then momentum took over. Section 6. The wealth psychology. Nobody talks about. I want to close with something that goes beyond the math, because the math is actually the easy part. The reason most people never reach $50,000 isn't income. It isn't even discipline, it's identity. If you grew up in a household where money was always tight, where savings felt like a luxury for other people, where nobody around you talked about investing, then somewhere deep in your mind, you have an unconscious story running that says, people like me don't build wealth, people like me survive. And that story will quietly sabotage every financial plan you make. You'll get to $8,000 and find a reason to spend it. You'll get to $15,000 and convince yourself you deserve a vacation. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your subconscious is trying to return you to what feels familiar. Changing your financial life means changing that story first. It means deciding, not hoping, deciding that you are someone who builds wealth. That $50,000 is not a dream. It's a milestone on a path you're already on. Because here's the truth. Every single person who has ever crossed $50,000 in savings also once had zero. They also stared at a $4,200 bank account on a Tuesday night. The only difference is they kept going anyway. So let me bring this all together. Your first $50,000 is not just a number. It's the threshold where your money stops being passive and starts being productive. It's the point where compounding actually feels real. It's the moment where building wealth shifts from being a grind to being a momentum game. And momentum, once you have it, is incredibly hard to stop. The math is on your side. The timeline is shorter than you think. And the only thing standing between where you are right now and where you want to be is pushing through that early plateau when your brain is screaming at you to quit. Don't quit. Automate your savings. Hit your first $10,000, then your second, get to $50,000, and then watch what happens. If this video helped change the way you think about money, even just a little, please hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, I break down financial concepts in a way that actually makes sense for real people trying to build real wealth.